Here's another baseline. Show my fellow workers, my helpers here. Anyway, here's another baseline. A furnace. This is an old wood and/or coal furnace. A furnace and a mini forge. I'm going to put the two together here. And as I say, it's a baseline. I've already begun to stack some stuff up to give an idea. This part here is called a kidney, and it comes from a time when these coal furnaces were put inside a round shroud, often with a fan on the back. But anyway, I don't use them. And the outlet will be up there. My two apprentices, Matt and David, broke through the wall and set that there. And what I'll do here is, I've done this before. Instead of having an elbow and a pipe and another elbow of ductwork, I'll go into a masonry box. I'll hold the masonry box away from the wall, maybe 2 inches, so that you don't have the conduction into the wall of the heat, and that way I won't have to keep replacing the ductwork. That'll be a thimble. I may actually use that piece of iron pipe for the thimble. This goes up about 10 or about a foot, and then here I want to make a small forge for using charcoal to repair things like this. These are grates, and really you have to get almost the whole grate red hot and then use oxyacetylene torch, gas welding, to repair them. So I want to do that, and the furnace itself I'll box inside masonry to make it like what the Germans call a Kachelofen. I've learned to do that. I mean, it just makes so much sense to do that, to put the entire thing inside a masonry, and that way it absorbs the heat and then lets the heat off at a low wave radiation, I think. This I have just sitting there because I think I'll use it as a thimble for where the smoke from the mini forge will go into that box. Let's go outside. The donkeys are still telling me what they think. Anyway, we're outside now, and there's where the thimble, that's what you call that, a thimble that the apprentices put there. And here I need to establish level. This is a stone wall that was laid up by my grandfather or his worker. And I need to create level. And then once I have level established, I'll begin to build up. And I think I'm going to use these old chimney blocks, at least for now, unlined. I have a real issue with putting a lining in chimneys. I'll have to bring it out far enough that it'll clear the roof as it goes up through, clear the roof and then some. The issue I have with these chimney blocks, or not the chimney blocks, the lining, is the lining makes this now go down to about 5-inch bore, whereas before it was about an 8-inch bore. And and you look at a block like this one, I really want to document that block, because the weathering indicated by this is an indicator of this must have been on top of the chimney with no cap, and the weathering indicates how long that was exposed to the weather. And yet the liner, the concrete liner, is fine. It never had a terracotta or a fabric liner in it. It's fine. You know, it may have heated a house for 40 years. And I've run into that before. So anyway, I've sort of spoken my piece on that. Well, this is a baseline, and you'll see more after a bit. Bye for now.